guys, welcome back. Sorry I haven't been posting many videos of recent, been very busy with work. As you can see today we have a new addition to the RC family. This is an item by FMS. It is the K5 Chevy. It's a fully licensed one, so it's got all the badges on it. Is a 324mm wheelbase. It's packed full of features. I had to go out and get it. This thing is freaking awesome. When you buy it, you will get it with a roll cage. It also comes with this optional canopy, which I've put on there. I'll give you a bit of an overview on that in a second. It comes with a 21 turn 550 motor, I believe. In terms of options, you get basically a dig function, you get front and rear locking differentials, you also have 2-speed transmission. It comes with a clipless body, which I have mixed feelings about, and I'll explain to you why. The lighting is already fitted in there for you. When you do get it, it will have stickers like a tinting on the glass. I've taken that off. I'm planning on putting an interior in mine. So I'll just give it a bit of a quick rotation around. It is plugged in. This is it here. You can see with the Chevy logo up the front, that classic design. All of the windscreen wipers, etc., are attached by clips on the inside, which is a handy feature in case they ever break or they come off. And in terms of other features in there, I love the chrome. I mean, the chrome and the bumpers, etc. Gosh, it's such a nice looking rig. Yeah, couldn't really say anything negative about what they've done in terms of design and all the features. The controller, I believe, is 11 channel, and it's even got a spare channel in there, so if you want to, I don't know, I guess if you wanted to put a winch or something like that on there, you could. I'll run through a couple of things on the box which I may have missed. So 550 brush motor, as I mentioned there. It's got full ball bearing set, which is great. Now, the other thing also is the portal axles, which I didn't mention, which is good for clearance. It's got metal threaded shocks, obviously oil filled. Full metal gear set, which is awesome. It's also got metal servo arms, which is pretty cool. 4-link suspension, which is pretty much standard these days. Metal chassis guard plate in the center for the transmission, which is pretty cool. Front and rear differentials can be individually remote controlled and locked, which I mentioned, and it's obviously 2-speed gearbox. Pre-installed lights. The roll cage does come with lights, but it's not pre-installed. They leave it up to you if you want to hook it all up, but for me, I just think that, and I'll show you the roll cage actually, because I'm actually going to use it on another one of my projects. And that's because I've got it switched on without the controller, and I left it off for too long. But that's the roll cage that comes with it. I'm just going to turn this off. And the switch is pretty cool. It's down here, nice and easy to access. Let's turn it back on again. So now it's going to be happy. I just had it sitting there for too long. There you go. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention, apart from giving you this cab over here, they give you inner fender wells, which I haven't fitted as yet, which is pretty cool. I don't know why it doesn't come out of the box like that. I will say, most of you are going to want to not use the roll cage like me, and you're going to want to put this canopy on the back. Let me tell you, the holes are not pre-drilled. You have to drill the holes, and things don't line up properly. So if there's any negative feedback that I'd have on this rig, is just that canopy is a pain in the ass to put on. It's not a job for a kid, and I'm not saying a kid couldn't do it, but because this is a Lexicon body which is very thin, if you're not careful with a drill, you will crack the body. So if you do buy one of these and you are going to put on the Canopy like most people would want to do, be very careful and be patient. For me, honestly, I probably spent about 3 hours, this is not joking, 3 hours going through it painstakingly, very, very slowly, so I didn't screw it up. Even simple things like the windows here bubble a little bit. So whoever did this part of it didn't, in my opinion, do it 100% proper. But for what it is, for the price compared to a Traxxas Axial, I mean, it blows them out of the water, and it's just an amazing rig. So my intention, obviously, by taking off the tinting on the glass is I'm going to put an interior in there. I'll figure out something. So at this stage, what I might just quickly show you is, so if you want to have two-wheel drive, you can just run that, as you see, and just the front, I don't know if that's showing on the camera, but just the front wheels are going there. If you leave it in the center, it will just be like a normal car differential. So these are obviously unlocked at the moment. And then if you put it into, I can't show you the button, but the dig function over here, which I'll demonstrate later, basically what will happen is the rear diff will then lock, the front, the rear diff will lock, and the front will be driving, and you can turn yourself out of a really tight situation, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to individually lock the differentials, you've got the front and rear over there, which is pretty awesome as well. I've never actually had a rig where it had all those options in it, and I'm pretty keen to try it out. This is obviously not a rig that is going to be a hardcore crawling rig. I'm not ashamed to say this is probably going to be a shelf queen for most of its life, because to me it's just too nice to scratch up. Although it will go out, it'll get used, but obviously with a little bit of care. I love the wheels, the period style wheels on it that, replicate what they actually came up with in the day. Just awesome. The level of detail that has gone into this rig is absolutely phenomenal, and I'd give them 100% 10 out of 10. Even though I did complain about the canopy and so on, it's a 10 out of 10. So yeah, without further ado, let's pause the video and look, I'm just at home. I'll take it out in the backyard and we'll give it a bit of a run, and so you can see it in action. What I might do actually, just before I do that, is I'll just give you a close-up as to what I've done with the interior in terms of the back. So I've just put some accessories in there just to give it, a nice scale kind of look in there, a few stickers here and there. It's just a beautiful rig. So I'm pretty excited to take it out, and let's do that right. Alright, so now let's engage the rear differential lock. Here we go, we pull ourselves out. So far everything I've done is just with the rear differentials locked. What I'm going to do now is you can see that slide come up. Let's select the front differential as well. So now we've got front and rear locked. See if it makes any difference. Mind you, that ground there is very, very sandy. Let's try a different approach. You can do is you can adjust the drag brake on it on the go. So we'll bring it around and put a sinking in there. Let's go back a little bit. See if we can save it. No, that's just too sandy there. So what I'll do is I'll come back around and then we'll do the drag brake, because right now the drag brake is, I think, just on. Come back around. So let's find the drag brake on full. So if I go down and then stop, that's not going anywhere, as you can see. Now I can adjust that, so if I want the drag brake just to be on, not as harsh like that, which is pretty cool to be able to do that with your controller. Now the other thing I wanted to demo is the dig function, so let's do that. Alright, so let's just say I want to do a hard right. Let's try the dig. The dig is now engaged. Oh, I need to go up a bit further, I think. So let's just say if I'm there and I want to, there's your dig, which locks up the rears and it's just the front. Now I can disengage the dig and continue down here. So that's another one of the cool features. Alright, so let's do the dig function one more time. Let's just say I want to do a hard left. I'll engage the dig there. I don't think it's going to work because too much sand. Maybe not a good demonstration. Alright, so now I'm going to engage the rear differential and let's see if we can get over. So I haven't engaged the front locks yet. Alright, so let's engage the front lock. Let's see if we can get out. No, maybe not. I think the sand there is just a bit too slippery. Let's try and come around. Look, almost lost it. Let's try this. There she goes through. Are we going to make it, or are we going to catch the back bumper? We're just catching the back bumper. I don't want to take out the number plate. So this is 1 speed. Let's come back. And we'll do the second. Alright, so now I'm going to engage second. So it's definitely got some speed. That's pretty cool. And I like that drag brake, how, you know, it's not so harsh that when you let off the throttle it doesn't grab straight away, which is going to be hard on the drive shafts and so on. So yeah, all in all, 10 out of 10. Really, really cool rig. And when I get a chance, I'll take it out properly on the rocks. But for now, this is just introducing the new rig to the family. Bye for now.